Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the case. On September 14th of last year, 2022, a dad called Luke Taylor, who was 32 years old, he had a kid and also had a wife, was rushed to hospital in critical condition, where he had to undergo multiple surgeries to have ammo removed from his stomach and also kidneys, when he was blasted by a sawn-off. Under normal circumstances, your first thought would be, why did this happen? And the answer is simple. There was no real or logical reason behind it. Now, Tafa Whittaker, who was 17 years old at the time, had been roaming the area of Mackworth on a scooter while his mate was riding a bike. Now, Tafa was carrying a bag that concealed a sawn-off after some form of incident. Now, it was alleged that earlier in the day, Luke Taylor was driving his white van during his work hours. As a landscape gardener, a group of teenagers had convened and Luke was said to use his van to scare them off and make them scatter in all directions by travelling towards them. Now, this took place at 6:36 p.m. Now, Tafa was peed off, to say the least, so he went home, went to his bedroom, looked beneath the bed and took the loaded sawn-off before going back outside to look for Luke Taylor and his white van. Now, by 6:43 p.m, Tafa Whittaker was back on Ilford Road. At 7:05 p.m, Tafa saw Luke Taylor at the back of his van where he was crouched over changing into trainers. Now, Tafa went round the back of the van, pulled out the sawn-off and then steadied his arm after he took aim. Luke asked Tafa, "What are you doing?" And then bang, he pressed the trigger. Now, Luke Taylor was peppered. His stomach was opened and filled with holes. He dropped in pain and screamed the words, "I'm going to die. Please tell my kids I love them." And then he blacked out. 30 days. Tafa had tried to end Luke's life in front of witnesses on a residential street. Luke Taylor was rushed to hospital where he had surgeries, multiple, and his life was touch and go. And of course, he was in an induced coma for 30 days before he woke up. Now, Luke Taylor was not supposed to make it. He was not supposed to survive. Now, Luke spent a month in hospital. Now, despite being alive, he cannot work as a landscape gardener, a job he held for 17 years. He suffers from paranoia, and of course, his life has changed. He suffered life-changing injuries. Now, hospital workers and hospital staff says that Luke would never be the same again. After the incident, Tafa hid the sawn-off, which has never been recovered, and it was taken to a different location by a man in a car. Now, Tafa was soon detained and he accepted GBH but pleaded not guilty to an attempted M. Now, during court, he was sentenced to 18 years. Now, during the sentencing, the judge says he does not believe Tafa's version of events regarding the motive of Luke Taylor driving his van towards Tafa and his co-friends, because when Tafa spoke of Luke Taylor, there was no hint or sound or suggestion of malice towards the victim. This was a 17-year-old Tafa Whittaker thinking that he had the right to do anything he wanted to, and he should not suffer the consequences of his actions. And because of this, he has been sentenced to 18 years and being charged with an attempted M. Stay safe.